Hey everybody, it's Jonathan from Breeder Circle, and wanted to talk a little bit about how Facebook has completely changed the game of the reptile industry. Um, Ever since Facebook has really gone viral and everyone started using it, like a lot of the old websites are becoming a little, we're not going to say obsolete, but the views and such are going to Facebook now. So, if you guys don't know me already, I'm Jonathan from Breeder Circle. I also own a couple businesses in the reptile industry, such as Reptile Webmasters and Herp Life, which is a website that we're going to be launching within a month and a half to 2 months for customized products and such. You guys will see what's going on when it comes out. So what I wanted to talk about, my other business is marketing also. So, I have a little bit of an eye for it. And so I just wanted to give a little bit of insight about what's going on because I hear a lot of negativity. And if you guys notice, I'm one of those positive types. And there's also a lot of talk in the industry, ball python market is crashing. We had the USARC lawsuit going on. So a lot of big things happened basically in 2013. So I wanted to give a little bit of a bird's eye view of what I think is going to happen. I've been predicting things happening in the market for a while back, so I'm gonna give you a little insight. Ending this 2013 year. One of the things that I keep hearing is, the auctions, which there's definitely a lot of people doing the auctions now. So everyone heard that the whole entire thing by Brian Barczyk about what's going on with some of these guys with the auctions. Some guys with 1,000, 3,000 likes are getting in, and a lot of people don't realize that these people that even have a lot of likes, the thing is you have to have engagement, and without engagement, people don't realize that it's like, as Brian was saying, it's actually maybe even less, like maybe only 5 to 10% of the people might see what you're actually posting. So if a guy with 2,000 likes, he might only have 100, 150 to 200 people actually seeing what's going on. So as we see, we're not getting a realistic price frame from what is actually going on in the reptile industry just because not enough people are seeing it. Another thing that I'm also aware, there's somebody coming up with a eBay type auction. So some of us might think, this could be the demise of the reptile industry, but if we look at simple economics, you guys will realize, through supply and demand, you guys look at eBay, and it is very important for us to look at that because that gives us, if someone asks me for a certain price, what do? I go to Amazon or I go to eBay to see if this electronic is worth that price. Why do I do that? Because there's so many eyes and then there's people bidding on it. You can see the realistic price of what something is. In the reptile industry, we have not had a realistic price point. Some people will be charging $15,000 for an item, and then other people could be charging $5,000. So people wonder, like, how is this possible? A lot of people, if you're not in the know, you might not get a good deal. So that's what people are looking at. So if we can have one area where all eyes are going on it, you will start to figure out what the realistic price of what things are. So it's going to balance out. Maybe the high returns that we used to have many years ago, in all different kinds of reptiles, doesn't have to be ball pythons by itself. We will realize that this is the real market value now, and you can engage in it a little bit better than just kind of guesstimating. That's the problem I see a lot of people is they don't know what to price their stuff at. Because this guy will have something posted at this price. This guy has the double the price. Then you have some people in the auctions that get killed. Some people get pretty good pricing on auctions. So it's kind of hard to tell what's going on. Almost would be cool if someone could make a Beckett. That was almost something I was going to do in the past, but somewhere where you could get a price point for different reptiles and such, so you know what's going on. If there is a creation of one-stop place for it and all eyes are on now and everybody knows about it, then we would come up with like an actual price for it. So one of the other things I see is, like I said, there's a lot of negativity put into, looking at other people, what they're doing. But one of the things we have to do is if we want to make this industry better, we have to look to see how we can better the industry. Not just by talking down upon others. Why don't we come up with solutions? One of the things I hear people all the time is coming up with, hey, this guy's doing this. Hey, this is crashing. This is going on. And I say to them, what are you going to do about it? I'm like, what are you going to do about it at the end of the day? Sometimes you have to realize that you need to help out the industry. So what do we do to help this out. That's why I was saying that this idea with the eBay thing now, because auctions are going to continue on and further than they are. That's unstoppable right now. There's nothing we can do about it. I'm included one in them. I started the very beginning right after Ben Siegel. I've been doing it for a while. I try to keep them down to a bare minimum because depending, if you put too many auctions up at the same time, obviously the price is going to go down because the demand is just not that huge. So, like having one place to have these could be a good idea, and that's away from my thing because I do auctions myself. So it'd be taken away from me, but I see the reptile industry as a whole, and I want there to be confidence in getting into the industry and having fun. So one of the things that I've seen now too is that so many people are complaining about price that it leads me to think that most people are in it for the money, so if you're in this industry just for the money, you're going to have a hard time. Like most of the time you come in here to try to have fun. So if you can make a little bit of money, get some cool projects, that's cool. But some people are trying to make these massive profits. And when they see these prices go down, what do? They're just like, what? I'm just going to sell everything at any price and I don't care. So that lowers the prices of everyone around just because some guys just do not care. We've seen that happening in the last couple months now, with the price drops. One of the other things is why even sell at these prices? I mean, one of the things that I've realized too is that there's a certain time frame for the lowest prices. That's when there's an oversaturation. This is simple economics 101, supply and demand. Like you have all these people trying to sell the same items at the same time at the worst time of the year. And then you'll get to February, March, and then the prices go back up. This has happened. I've done bearded dragons, leopard geckos, chameleons, ball pythons now, boas in the past. And this is cyclical. It's kind of like the stock market. They call it a correction. This might be more like a super correction, but is going to come back. And there's a lot of people getting out of the industry right now, which is going to have a lower supply coming up. So a lot of these experts and some of these master breeders, they're like, I can't do this anymore because I'm not making money, or, they lost confidence, but yet they're trying to sell them at the worst time of the year. When you try to sell things at the worst time of the year, there's no point in it. So, it comes back at the end of the day on how Facebook has basically changed everything. Some people say it in a negative way, but what Facebook has done is created a community like never before. This community is incredible, and it's creating kind of like tribes, and these tribes are able to communicate with each other, and you're able to help each other out like never before. Since you could go in there and just ask for help, I don't know if you guys seen some of the zones that we've created. We created a help zone to help people out, a trading zone in order people think, like, oh, Jonathan's trying to make money here. But the thing is, at the end of the day, I want to help out. That's not my prerogative to make money. I want to use other people to help out the industry so that we can continue doing what we love. So if we all love what we do, we will help each other out. So, a lot of these groups that are popping up are helping out the industry like never before. I mean, I just met up with a couple of individuals, and then they had no idea of how massive, the whole entire reptile industry was on Facebook. And back in the day, you would sell maybe a normal ball python or a little pastel, and they really wouldn't know anymore unless they go to a show and maybe a couple websites. Now they can friend a few people on Facebook, and it's a whole new world, which is actually expanding. So, you have to see what you're doing there. And some people might wonder, why do some people get more for what they're asking? So this is something very important that people have to realize. Some people can't sell anything, and they wonder why. You guys have to wonder why Brian Barczyk, Justin Kuboka, let's say Nerd, why do they get these high prices for everything? Why? It's because they help people. They help people out at the end of the day. So that is why people are willing to spend a little bit more money and going with them. That's what it's about. You got to help people out at the end of the day. So just wanted to end like the year 2013 with a little bit of talk with this. There's a lot of things you can do. You can go to USARC and basically donate some money, which is very important to the industry. If we want to keep doing what we love, we must give. It's not only about taking and taking, you must give at the same time. So, just wanted to leave you guys with that. If you guys have any questions or anything, be free to contact me. It's not a problem at all. I hope everyone has a good 2014 year. You can check us out on youtube.com/Breeder Circle. And I will definitely be trying to do more videos. Also on Facebook, just type in Breeder Circle at the top, and you should see either my fan page or my personal page. And you can go ahead and friend us and like our page, and we will have some more updates. We'll try to do some more videos this 2014 year. So everyone have a great and happy new year.